Austen Lane, Action Sports, Jax, and ESPN690, bringing you my three observations, my three takeaways. Jaguars lose to the Chargers 39-29 over on the West Coast. Some call it the best coast. Yeah, it might have been an entertaining loss, but it's still a loss, and losses suck. If you're cheering for this team to tank, then congratulations. You got another loss on your record. I'm not doing it because I don't want to see a team lose. I don't have a loser's mentality. But hey, to each their own. I get it. You guys are on that tank for Trevor. Go get it. But I guarantee those guys in that locker room right now are trying to do their best to win every single ball game. Unfortunately, it just doesn't, it doesn't appear that way in the stat sheet and the box score at the end of the day. First observation. And this started around probably 9 or 10 a.m. this morning when Adam Schefter reported that Mike Glennon might be taking over for Gardner Minshew depending on how well he does. Now, whether there's legs to that rumor or not, I feel like that rumor affected Gardner Minshew starting this game out because those first couple drives, Gardner Minshew did not look like himself. Now, I understand it's been a roller coaster of play this year for Gardner Minshew, but what we saw the first 3 or 4 drives, that was different. That was a different Gardner Minshew that I've never even seen before. Whether he was pressing, whether he's worried about getting benched, whether there's a miscommunication with the wide receivers, I don't know what the case is, but that was a really bad way to start out the game. And truth be told, I thought we were going to see that the entire game. I thought we were going to see Minshew get benched possibly just because it was that bad to start the game off. Now, don't get me wrong. He came out better second quarter, obviously in the second half especially. Strung together 2 touchdowns, had a couple nice throws, made a couple plays with his legs, 173 yards passing, just around 50% completion percentage. But let's be honest, in terms of Gardner Minshew right now, and once again, like you always say, throw the stats out of it. You lost again. It is what it is. But what do your eyes tell you right now with Gardner Minshew? And what did your eyes tell you towards the last couple drives of that game when he overthrew DJ Chark? When you saw DJ Chark's body language from the ball not being in his vicinity? That should tell you all you need to know right now about where Gardner Minshew's at. He's obviously doesn't have the help of his defense, all right? And I'm not making that as an excuse, but that does mean something. But at the end of the day, right now, Gardner Minshew just isn't winning. He's not playing Jaguar winning football. And it's as simple as that. Little silver lining has to go out to James Robinson. I've been giving him a couple props, it feels like, the past couple weeks, and he deserves it again because that guy had a hell of a day on the ground and also through the air as well. If one positive thing, and I'm not this sunshine and rainbow type, especially after a loss, but if one positive thing comes out of this game, it's the fact that going forward that the running back position doesn't need to be addressed early in the draft or even in free agency because you seem to have something there in James Robinson, and you see what happens when you give him the ball. You see what happens when he has the ball in his hands, at least 15 to 20 times a game. You see how that offense changes a little bit. Now, I get it. The passing game, it is what it is there. But I think in terms of energy, I think in terms of getting his teammates hyped up, the way that guy runs with bad intentions every single play, when he lowers his shoulder and he hits somebody and he bounces off a tackle and gets 5 or 6 more yards, that gives that offense energy. That gives the entire team energy. And they feed off that. And they need more of that. They can't be lackadaisical out there. You need those high energy type plays, and James Robinson can give that to you over and over again. So my thing going forward is let him facilitate the energy, let him facilitate the big plays, and get James Robinson the ball. Second takeaway, it's the defense. 6 straight weeks, 6 straight games where at least 30 points have been given up. What more do you want me to say? Watch this video or watch my other videos back from the previous 5 weeks. I've said the exact same thing, and here we are again. You give up over 100 yards rushing. Why? Because you don't have rush lane integrity. How many times have I said rush lane integrity in this series right now that we have been doing? I mean, honestly, go back. If this was a drinking game right now and you watched all my videos when I said rush lane integrity, you'd be absolutely faded out of your mind. And it's the truth. Once again, you don't see a team that when they pass rush, and even if they blitz, they don't stay in their lanes. There's no communication, and then guys can get out like Justin Herbert, and he can lead the team in rushing. Simple as that. I don't know what else to say with that. It's just There's no communication. The interior, no communication. I think this defense, for what they had in terms of personnel, a lot of injuries today. Overall, in the first half, they looked all right. I'm not going to say they looked great, but they looked all right. They looked like they could win a game. Let's just say it like that. And Justin Herbert kind of pressed a little bit. Miles Jack's out, though, and that cost you. But at the end of the day, Joe Schobert had a rough one, guys. And everybody knows it. It pains me to say it. He's from Wisconsin. You know how I feel about my Wisconsin peeps. But let's be honest, Joe Schobert had a rough day. And he can't afford to do that. Not when you have Miles Jack out. Not when you're one of the oldest guys in that defense. And not when you're brought in to obviously be an anchor and to be a leader of that defense. And Schobert did not provide that today. Whether it was with his run tackling, whether it was with his coverage, obviously in the tight ends, Schobert had a rough one today. C.J. Henderson, welcome to the NFL. Keenan Allen had a great day. C.J. Henderson, not so good. Now, granted, some of it was zone coverage, some of it was man, but at the end of the day, you saw C.J. Henderson a lot next to Keenan Allen, and you saw Keenan Allen have a field day. Now, yes, these things are going to happen, obviously, but it wasn't a good look for C.J. Henderson today. And overall, it wasn't a good look for this defense as a whole because, once again, you let another guy and another quarterback have a field day. Have a day, Justin Herbert, 347 yards passing, 4 total touchdowns. We talk about it every single week where who's going to be the guy that has the breakout game against the Jaguars defense? Well, you can say Keenan Allen if you want, but obviously today it goes to the rookie quarterback in Justin Herbert. Observation number 3. And listen, I've said coaching now a lot. And listen, I can sit here and say this team is regressing on defense. They gave up a lot of yards to rookie quarterback, yada, yada, yada. What else is new? I mean, I'm just repeating the same stuff over and over again, guys. And I'm getting worn out. I'm getting emotionally drained from doing it. But I'm going to say this, though. 4th and 2, you're on your own 46-yard line, and you're up 21-16. And instead of punting it, you opt to go for it. Now, I understand hindsight is 20/20. But in that situation right there, and especially at that point in the game where Herbert wasn't really playing that well yet, why wouldn't you punt the ball? Why would you have Gardner Minshew do a scramble out, get in, the short side of the field, and you turn the ball over, and it gives the Chargers all the momentum in the world, and that's what opened the floodgates with Justin Herbert, with Keenan Allen, with his entire offense, where, you know what, after that play, the momentum shifted. And this is my point, I guess, with observation number 3. And it's the energy and it's the game flow. That game flow right there, the Jaguars had the advantage. When they're up 21-16, I was feeling confident. I'm like, all right, this defense is bending. It's not breaking right now. Herbert's not looking that good. And then what happens? You get greedy. You go for it on 4th and 2. You miss, and you surrender all the energy to the Chargers. And guess what? They took the energy, and they never looked back. So once again, it's one play, but it's that one play to me that made all the difference in that game. Right now, once again, I can sit here and say in terms of coaching, whatever that was on defense in the second half, yeah, it is what it is. I can sit here and say, once again, tight ends going wide open. Once again, there's not rush lane integrity. It's all the same stuff, and granted, guys like Devon Hamilton, he showed up today a little bit. Smoot had an okay game as well. There's some guys out there that are making plays, but not enough. And at the end of the day, 39-29. All right, it's another loss, 1-6 against a team only had one loss coming in this game. So how excited? What kind of moral victory can you really take away from this one? So with that being said, tune in the show Monday. We'll break this down, obviously, a lot more in depth. Are there rumors to Gardner Minshew being kind of on the hot seat a little bit and Mike Glennon coming in? We'll break that down a little bit as well. But listen, more of the same. And once again, like I said, if you're into tanking, great day for you. If you still care about this team, it was a rough one. Y'all stay casual. Have a good one.